Awesome. Well, we're going to tag team this one, and I'm going to get through my part here pretty quickly. We'll kind of do an abbreviated value proposition here. But you guys know how it goes. I'm Matt Sabala, an annuity sales director here at IAMS. And IAMS 38 years ago, almost 38 years ago now, was founded on a foundation of service. Charles Hiring and a couple other guys got IAMS started. Some of them are still around. Steve Murray, our president, really take to heart that service needs to be our number one priority, and how we one of the best ways we can differentiate ourselves here in the industry is through service. So as you guys know, when you call in here, you're going to get a live person every time you call. We try to answer the phone within 2 rings. And anytime you need any kind of service, we will make sure that you're not having to leave a message, send an email, and we'll get that taken care of right away. So I'm going to go through quickly just kind of our value prop and why people like to work with us here at IAMS. One of the primary components of why somebody might join us here is because of our new producer builder program. I call it our new producer bonus program. Basically, during your first 6 months contracted with us, there are different thresholds that you can reach in terms of production that will allow us to reinvest in your practice and keep your sales funnel full in 2014 and beyond. So you see some of these different thresholds. I had a couple of people just recently hit the $1 million level in their first 6 months contracted with us, and both of them chose to have us pay for some seminars for them. You know, it's about an $8,000 investment that we made, and that's going to allow them to have a consistent flow of prospects in their sales funnel for Q1 and Q2 here in 2024. We'd love to do the same for you. If you're a producing agent, we want to help you keep that pipeline full. Just like you guys, if you have a new client, the best way you can typically get those is through a referral. It's the same for us. If you're a producer that thinks we're doing a good job with you and you'd like to let other people tap into the resources that we provide here at IAMS, we want to compensate you for giving us that opportunity to work with your network. There's a $50 check when they contract with us, but the real money starts rolling in when they start writing. And believe us, you know, that's what we want to help everybody do. That's how we get paid. And if they write like a $100,000 annuity policy, you're going to get $200 on any business that they write in that case. And that continues indefinitely as long as you guys are both contracted with us. So if you have somebody that's interested in receiving excellent service like we hope you receive here at IAMS, and the resources that we provide in terms of marketing and access to products like Gillico here today, then please let us know. We'll reach out to them and get them rolling as well. We do 3 things I think really, really well: back office support, creative marketing, and training. I think those are 3 areas that we excel. We're going to talk about each one of those. Back office support, very quickly, we have experts that follow your business through from submission to commission every step of the way. So we have Mackenzie and her team on the annuity side. We have Michelle and her team on the life side. We have experts with every single one of the carriers. Some of the carriers we have 2 or 3 people assigned to that understand how to get that business pushed through, kind of head off any obstacles that may come up. And whenever there is an opportunity to take care of a problem, we are very, very responsive in trying to take that off your plate and keep you in front of clients. Our website is full of great resources. I wish we had the time to dive into that and talk in detail about it, but there's Annuity Rate Watch on there, lots of sales resource materials, training, news updates in the industry. If you haven't had a walkthrough on the website, get a hold of your sales director, either on the annuity or life side. Me, Matt Sabal, I'd be happy to do it. If you've got a life sales director or a different annuity sales director, we'd be happy to get you those resources. If you're contracted with us, there are some critical tools on the website that you may want resources to. I apologize, guys. I guess we were having a technical issue somebody just made me aware of. I'm going to back up here just for a second. Sorry, that's a little embarrassing. There's our new producer builders program that I referenced. There are different thresholds that you can meet there. I will make sure I email this out to everybody so you have this information. These are the different payout factors that we have in our referral program. I was talking about back office support just now and our website. One of the resources on our website is electronic submission. If you are not currently using electronic submission tools in your business, you should be. To be quite honest, if you don't know how to use Firelight, iPipeline, it will streamline that process for you, not only allow you to enter things more efficiently and make fewer mistakes because it'll identify areas where maybe you're missing some information, but it will also ensure that we can process that business more quickly for you, and the carriers can as well. Some of those carriers incentivize you to have that business submitted electronically, and others don't even allow you to submit business on paper anymore. So if you need help learning that process, we will make sure we train you. We've got people dedicated to do that, and it's easy. If you haven't done it before, I promise you it's easier than a paper application. It's easier for your clients too, because they can sign digitally. All of that's just a tap away on our website. So if you have questions, please get with your annuity or life sales director, and we'll make sure you are properly trained on that. Sergio, I'm going to hand it off to you to talk about creative marketing solutions.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. So we do have a full in-house creative team that can help you help your practice, and a lot of items are turnkey and available for you. We can simply impose your contact information and your business logos onto it. Speaking of your logos, agency solutions are something that we are very good at, and something that if you haven't created a full customized brand for you and your agency, we can help. This is going to assist you with name recognition, which grows your natural market organically. We can get your logo designed and imposed on business cards, brochures, and stationery. Lastly, what everyone is currently looking for are digital marketing solutions. We can help you with websites, social media marketing, email marketing, and more. The internet and social media sites are where the overwhelming majority of prospects go to for information. Making sure you are accessible and represented in those marketing lanes is beneficial to growing your business. Reach out to myself or Matt when this webinar concludes to talk about how you can access IAM's Creative. We can certainly get that ball rolling for you. Our website is a great tool for our producers to use and another reason to work with IAMs. Once you are contracted, you have full access to everything you see on the slide and so much more at iamsinc.com. If you haven't registered for the website, it's very simple to do. So when we're done with this call, go ahead and create an account. We will walk you through it, and we'd love to see you on there. A lot of great tools available, including illustration tools, online forums, product grids, product news, industry updates, and more.
Sergio, would you mind hitting on IAM's Wealth Management as well? Or do you want me to take care of that?
We founded IAM's Wealth 4 years ago now. It's grown very organically, and now it's a significant piece of ours and our advisors' business. We've helped advisors become IARs and pass the Series 65 at a very successful clip. Once we have you registered, we will bring great value to your practice. The fees are low, and partnering with IAM's Wealth Management allows you to tap into something cutting-edge technology and investment platforms. This has been a major growth sector for our business, and assets under management could be a major growth sector for your business as well.
One last thing I'd say about IAM's Wealth Management, guys. A lot of people are concerned about the changes that are coming down the pike with the Department of Labor. If you've been following the industry, some people are concerned that you'll have to have your Series 65 or another securities license in order to act as a fiduciary for your clients. And while it doesn't look like that change is going to happen right now, IAM's Wealth Management is another great resource for you to ensure you're staying in compliance as you're meeting with people. So if you need to have a securities conversation, our partners over there can join you on a call, help keep those clients close so you don't have to lead them to another advisor in the case that maybe you can't have that securities conversation. And if you want a resource to getting trained and earning your 65, then they can be a resource there as well. And anybody that you flip over to them to help in the meantime, So you're not having, your clients go talk to another wealth advisor. Anybody that you flip over there to handle that part of the business will then be turned back to you once you get your license, so you can earn a commission on that. Great group of people over there. We can set you up with a conversation there if you'd like. Okay, so the third thing I think we do really, really well is with our Life and Annuity Academy and just training in general. But I'm going to hit on this specifically because we have one coming up the 15th through the 17th of May. It'll be in Des Moines, where we'll pay to have you come out. We'll fly you out. We'll feed you. We'll give you this high-level training. It's not Life and Annuities 101. This is training from people at the very top of the industry, other very successful advisors like yourself, sales concepts, best practices, marketing strategies that have allowed people to hit the levels of success that they, set out to achieve. And we believe we can implement some of those same strategies to help you in your practice. If you are interested in attending our Life and Annuity Academy, please let us know. We'll make sure we get you registered and qualified to come out to these events. Again, if you would like to attend, we have one coming up May 15th through the 17th, and that will be followed up by 3 or 4 throughout the year, and we'll get those dates to you as they become available. It wouldn't be a presentation if I didn't ask you to like and subscribe and follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn. I just recently had an advisor say, I don't really care about social media. It hasn't done anything for me. Well, it's not a major component typically of bringing people into your practice, but if you don't have that engagement, you're probably losing people you don't realize you are. Social media is a major component to a lot of even older clients. So if you'd like the capability of your clients staying engaged through social media and even the ability to drip on people and just let them know that you're a face in their community that they can trust when it comes to financial services, let us know. Through our creative marketing solutions that Sergio was talking about earlier and a comprehensive marketing analysis, we can make sure we get these processes up and running and streamlined for you. So with that, I'm going to hand it off to Nate to talk about what you guys are here for, and Gillico's leading income product with accumulation potential.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Matt. I'm going to make sure I show the correct screen here.
Yep. Unlike you, or unlike us, I can see your screen. So good job there, Nate.
Wonderful. Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate the introduction. IMES is a fantastic partner to Guaranty. We've been doing business with IMES for 7 years now. So it's a really great partnership, and it's continuing to grow. And we do all of our distribution here with Guaranty is through IMOs. That's the only way you can have access to our solutions. We believe in working with our IMOs and telling the story and getting the word out that way. So we wouldn't be in the position we are growth-wise without great partners like IMES. So if you aren't working with them, I definitely highly recommend working with IMES as well as Matt. My name's Nate Self. I'm one of our sales directors here with Guaranty Income, and it's a truly exciting time in our company's history this week with offering the highest guaranteed early income in the industry on our flagship index annuity. This is on our WealthChoice, and I'll be going through where we're competitively positioned, as well as just some of the key features and benefits and what makes ours a little bit different than our competitors. If you are unfamiliar with Gillico, we've been around for 98 years. We're located down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We are one of the fastest growing annuity carriers in the industry. When we were acquired by Kuvare in 2016, we were doing $45 million in MYGA premium. Fast forward to last year, we did $2.5 billion, and 2/3 of that was index annuities. We are really positioned in the marketplace to help the middle market consumer, both for accumulation as well as income. We are A- rated and have been for 18 months. We are continuing to innovate our products, develop them in-house, continue to innovate our technology platforms with Firelight, as well as our portal that will be launching a new version of this summer, and continuing to invest in the business. As far as where we're able to do business, we're in 46 out of the 50 states. We do allow for cross-border opportunities, including New York. We've had over 18 consecutive quarters of premium growth, and this year we're expected to do somewhere in the ballpark of $3 billion in total annuity premium, with index annuities as well as MYGAs. We will have new financials out for 2023 year end toward the later part of April. So if you're interested in learning about our financials or our ratings, definitely reach out to me directly. They're also on our website, gillico.com.
Hey, Nate, I've got a quick question for you, because I know we've got a couple of people here on the webinar that may be interested in that cross-border aspect in New York. What is the stipulation for working with Gillico and New York clients? Does their advisor have to have an office in another state? Do they need to be doing business in another state? What's the rule there?
Yeah, so we have a cross-border form that lays out all the reasons that you can do this type of business. The only thing that we really don't want and won't accept is if both the advisor and the client both reside in New York or a state where we're not approved, and they're just simply driving over the border and signing the business in another state where we are approved and driving back. If the advisor has a business address or the client has a secondary residence outside of the state where the client's primary residence is, that's a definite reason. We're really flexible in this, and it's really the only reason why we won't take it is if both are, in New York 100% of the time and are just driving over to sign over breakfast or something like that. So if you have more questions on it or want to take a look at our cross-border form, I'm happy to get that in your hands. Does that help out, Matt?
Awesome. Yes, it does. Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. So I did touch on our tech-focused investments. Some of the updates here recently are on our Firelight platform. If you're not using Firelight, I highly recommend it, as Matt alluded to. It's going to reduce your NIGO percentages to less than 1%. You're going to get to the front of the line, and you're going to have account numbers the next business day. It's going to save you a lot of time in filling out the applications and making sure you have all the right paperwork. What I have on the screen here is our transfer form process. We've implemented something called the 1035 yellow pages. What that means is when you are doing a transfer from another carrier and you type in the carrier that you're transferring business or the institution that you're transferring business from, it's going to pre-fill all of their information, their business address, their fax number. It's going to tell you if they allow for e-signatures for transfers and save you a lot of time on the phone figuring out what they need. Firelight's going to tell you all that information. We've also implemented something called our wizard. What that is when you open an application on Firelight, either through the IMS system or through our portal, you enter in the client's information once and it pre-fills all the paperwork, the transfer form, replacement, suitability, application. It has all that data entry mapped for you, so you don't have to have the redundant task of writing out the same information over and over again on each page. So I highly recommend it. If you have questions or want resources on it, we have some on our website. It's at eapp.gillico.com, eapp.gillico.com. On there, it will have FAQs, videos, and tons of resources and reasons why changing your business to eApp is definitely the way to go, both from an efficiency and a client experience standpoint. So touching on a little bit about why we came to market with the WealthChoice back in 2020, we wanted to design something that was different, and different in the way of easier to understand, shorten the sales process, and provide more yeses and nos for our advisors. So what we've done is we've stripped out all the complicated strategies as well as features on index annuities you may be used to. So what does that entail? We don't have a benefit base, so there's only one account value for you to have to explain for the client. There is no premium banding, so everyone gets the same rate regardless of the amount of premium. There's no reduction to add a spouse in the payout factors. There's 10% free withdrawals immediately on all of our products for index on our index annuity. You can remove the income rider at any time, and that seizes the fee, and then the client could use it for straight accumulation. As far as maximum all-in cost, it's 95 basis points for our new rider that I'll touch on here in a minute. But that is a true 95 basis points. Most carriers you may be used to, a 1% fee that's calculated on a higher income base and then deducted from their account value. And then also we just build product with very consistent renewal rates. And how we do that is we use a levelized option budget to increase the likelihood of having strong renewal history. And thus far, we've been able to do that. So that's just a little bit about why we came to market with the WealthChoice and where it's positioned. Taking a look under the hood, it's very simple chassis, a 5, a 7, a 10-year option. The 10-year has the 5% premium bonus. It is a true account value bonus. That's our #1 seller, and will continue to be a #1 seller because our income is based on the account value. So it's nice to get a nice boost year 1 to the account value with that premium bonus. The 5 and 7 year are issued through the age of 90, so that's another sweet spot for us, those older clients that want a little bit more growth potential compared to a MIGA. We're one of the only handful of carriers that issues an FIA through the age of 90. We also have a death benefit feature, 110% death benefit. So that's built in as long as the beneficiary takes a payout of 5 years, period certain or longer, the account value we paid out at 110% guaranteed. And as far as the income rider is concerned, that can be issued all the way through the age of 80. And both spouses are able to use that rider as long as they're under the age of 81. So when it comes to the WealthChoice, I think our triple threat is our new money rates, our strong minimum guarantee and fixed account, and our renewal history. From an accumulation perspective, we believe in the S&P 500, and the reason being is it's the highest traded option on the options exchange, and what that leads to is lower option costs. It's also the easiest for you to explain to the client. Everybody knows the S&P 500 and are very able to articulate the performance compared to vol control strategies. We also have a fixed account. We know that clients sometimes like the guarantees, especially when the market has been soaring. It's nice to be able to offer a strong fixed account year 1. And then for life, we do have a minimum guaranteed interest rate at 2.75. That's not just for the surrender charge period, but that's for life. So if they are holding the contract 20 years from now and they want to reallocate to the fixed account, worst case scenario, that fixed account is going to be 2.75. A lot of contracts you have on the books, I'm sure they can't see that. And then from the renewal rate,
Nate, I love this.
Yeah.
I was just sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but actually, I guess I did. But I just want to point out to our advisors, a lot of times we get people, complaining about a fee on an income rider and that there's really just not the earning potential there. This is one of the very few products in the industry where you have both. And with a strong company like Nate was just getting ready to talk about, I think for people looking for flexibility, this is a really, really good option for those folks.
Absolutely. Not only are you going to get these really competitive accumulation rates, here's our rate sheet, up to 12% S&P caps, but you're going to have industry leading payout factors, and those payout factors are available now immediately starting year 1. So with the changes that went into place Monday for the rider that's on the 7 and 10 year, the client can initiate the withdrawal and rider request right away. So we've removed the wait period. We've increased all the payout factors. So on the left-hand side there, you had the current or prior to Monday payout factors. On the right, under proposed, those are the new payout factors. So across the board, payout factors went up. Now, in each age bracket, I can't show all of them on the screen, there'd be too many numbers, but it does step up by 15 basis points. So 55 would be 6.15% a level payout, 56 would be 6.3%, at 65, 7.6, 66 would be 7.75%. There's absolutely no reduction for joint income. So if you're writing an income case on a 65-year-old, it'd be 7.6% for one individual, or if you have a spouse to add, be 7.6% payout for both of them for the rest of their life. There's absolutely no reduction or fee to add a spouse. We're the only carrier in the industry that has priced the index annuity with that option. And frankly, if they are married, they're going to want to add a spouse, especially if there's no reduction. We just want to remove that objection in the conversation, again, to shorten that sales process for you. The all-in cost, 95 basis points, again, on the account value. So it is a true 95 basis points. Now, where do I think you should take a look for the income side of the house for the WealthChoice? Well, if you have income riders that are already on the books, because of how high our payout factors are, we may be able to beat what they're currently receiving. Either year 1, year 2, year 3, those 3 years are really where we're going to be the most powerful. If they have a pension payout with a lump sum option, take a look at what their pension payout is, and we may be able to beat what they're receiving. Retirement plan rollovers, they're just starting retirement and they need a guaranteed lifetime income stream to cover their guaranteed living expenses. This is going to be a great solution for them, not only because of the income, but we also have the accumulation to help replenish their account value and provide a potential strong legacy death benefit that's growing for them. And then the last one, because of the flexibility of the rider being able to be removed, solve the income gap for the client. Say they're 62, but they want to defer to age 66 to increase their Social Security payouts. Use the WealthChoice to solve that gap for the income that they need. And at age 66, when they turn the income rider on, or excuse me, when they turn Social Security on, you can always remove the rider and just use it for accumulation at that time. So a lot of great ways to use this versatile FIA because you do get the income and the accumulation. Now, where do we stack up against our competitors? I just wanted to show you a couple age brackets. So 60 and 65, we are 13% ahead of the next closest competitor if you were to turn it on year 1. The next closest competitor has a cap rate at 2.5%. So really, when you're utilizing that contract, you're only using it for the income. You don't have the flexibility like we provide, as well as the ability to replenish that account value. If you defer a year, 7 to 10% ahead on 1665, this is for joint income. And if you defer 2 years, we're 3 to 4% ahead. Now, these numbers here are based on utilizing our 10-year with the 5% bonus and the fixed rate. If you use the bonus and the fixed rate, it's going to provide you the highest guarantee income. Now, in year 1, they're going to get that 5.25, and then in year 2, we assume that the fixed rate goes to the minimum 2.75. That certainly may not happen, but I wanted to show the highest guarantees that we can offer. So joint income on a 65-year-old, you may not know this, but the chances that one of the spouses lives to the age of 93 is over 50%. So it is imperative that you talk about protecting both of their lives, because longevity is certainly a risk when you're living into your 90s. And again, we're the only carrier that does not reduce for adding a spouse. You also have the opportunity for you to add a increasing option payout. There's no fee for the increasing option, just slightly lower payout factors. The way it works, it's a 3% contractual guaranteed step up. every single year. Even if the account value hits zero, they still will have a 3% growth on their account. If you're on a 65-year-old, if they're using the increasing option, the break even between the level payout and the increasing option is 13 years. So what that essentially means is at age 78, their income will actually start to be more than their level payout. And if their life expectancy is 93 years old, they're going to have 15 years of earning more income than using the level payout. So I definitely think there's a place for the increasing option, especially in those earlier joint cases. I just wanted to make sure everybody was aware that there is an increasing option to hedge against inflation as well. Now, the single life is very close to our competitors. We're within a couple percentage points. But what other competition can't say is they can't say they have double-digit cap rates and a strong fixed account. So definitely give us a look for both single and joint. I would say joint early is our number one go-to. No one's going to be able to touch where we're at currently. Single early is going to be the next place. And then on the deferral 2 and 3, definitely the joint cases. Now, the product does have performance, right? So the performance would lead to where they turn on income. So say they want to wait till year 4 to turn on income. If they go in the S&P cap and it hits their cap 12% each year, that's going to essentially be their roll-up. So the roll-up is all performance-based based on the account value. Now, we do have a commission enhancement program for everybody for calendar year 2024. Very easy, straightforward program. There's 3 tiers. We pay this retroactive quarterly to $1. It's all cumulative on your index annuity production. At $1 million, Gillico will write you a check directly for $5,000 minimum. Once you hit that tier, at 2 million, 75 basis points, and at 3 million, a full 1%. Now, once you hit the next tier, we'll go back and pay additional commission on the first tier. But it is for the entire year of 2024. So still have 3/4 of the year left to hit these tiers. So when you do get off this call, where should you give us a look here? Guaranty, if we have the privilege to earn your business. Accumulation consistently near the top on S&P strategies. So if S&P and fixed rates are what you look for, definitely give us a look. If you have a client that's looking for income and accumulation, that's going to be another sweet spot for us. The joint and then the early, those are going to be the next places that we're going to win. So with that, Matt, I will go back to our contact information. This is our direct cell phones and emails, and then my internal Dylan. We're here to help you with case design, marketing support, anything you need to drive premium. That's what we're here for. So with that, Matt, thank you so much for having me, and I'll open up for questions.
Thank you, Nate. I appreciate that. I would say one more area where I really see an opportunity is right now, with rates as strong as they are, we're having a lot of replacement conversations with clients and agents. And if you've been burned by a group, with the policy purchase in 2016 through about 2019, and caps and rates just got killed in those products, one of the things I like about this Gillico product is Gillico is a strong group with strong renewals, and it can keep you from having an awkward conversation with your client who maybe got into a situation they didn't think they were getting into with some of those other products. Like with I hate to name names, but you guys know the carriers that are traditionally, when times get tough, capturing a lot of what the client maybe should be getting in caps and return rates. So like that about Gillico, excellent product. I love the flexibility and makes for good conversations with your clients. I don't have any questions, Nate. I think you concisely covered that information, and I do have a couple of quick polls, folks, if you wouldn't mind participating. If you would like more information on WealthChoice, please let me know, and I will get that out to you. So please participate in this real quick if you don't mind before you hop off. And any questions that you have, we will surely get that information to you. And then finally, and this may be a little redundant, would you like to be contracted with Gillico? If you're wanting more information on that product, that probably already answers that question for me. But if you want me to get that contracting paperwork over to you, I will do that today. Any closing comments, Nate, Sergio?
I just want to thank everybody for the opportunity to work with you. It's a really exciting time. We haven't seen payouts this high in the 8 years I've been in the business, and even 10 years before that. So it is really a great time to be talking to your clients about protecting longevity risk and doing the right way. So appreciate the opportunity, and if you need anything, please reach out directly. We're happy to help you.
You know, Nate,
I just wanted to thank everybody.
Thank you, Sergio. Nate, one quick question, because, you know, with where caps, rates, payout percentages are, replacements are a hot topic, getting a client in a better situation. What is your guideline on replacing a current policy with a better policy like the one you talked about today?
Absolutely. So we have the same rules if you're replacing an accumulation product to an accumulation product or an income product to our income product. It's a 3% net loss rule. So if you add the 5% bonus, it's an 8% max surrender and MVA. We have to include the MVA on that calculation. If you're going from income to income, obviously you want to match or beat the income. And on the accumulation side, we have to be able to prove that if we're providing a higher rates, which I'm sure we would be able to with where the rates are currently double-digit caps in a strong fixed account. But that's the general rule, max 3% net loss, and the contract just needs to be 2 years old. That's our minimum rule.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thanks again, Nate. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will see you on the next webinar, and please let me know, Matt Sabala here at IMES, if you have any questions that we didn't review, and we will see you on the next webinar. Thanks again. Take care.
Thanks, everybody.